Chat. What's up, gamers? Hello, welcome in. How are you guys doing today? Are you well? I sure hope so. How's it been hanging? Anything radical and cool been happening lately? Hey, what's up? Hey, Demi. Hey, Yami. Hello, you reached 40,000 license? That's a lot, Bridget, that's a lot of license. You could get a lot of things with that. Shapes. Yes, hello, my dear shapes. My various triangles, squares, circles, and rhombuses. I hope you're doing great, all of you. No matter what shape. I do have a little breakfast that I'm gonna real quick eat here, but we can have a little chat. We have a little chat. Chat's just gonna have a little chat together, a little bit of a chat together. Let me send out a stream ping. While I do that, okay, a stream ping has been delivered. What shape are those weird cut off ovals that are savory shapes? Savory shapes. How can shapes be savory? The cut off ovals that are savory shapes. Like a semicircle? Savory shapes. Savory flavor shaped biscuits? You okay? What does this mean? Fake Australian? You talking about shapes? Are you talking about shapes? Shapes the little baked not fried? Because those are just like long. Those are long hexagons, aren't they? I think they're just long hexagons. Fake Australian? I'm not a fake Australian. Every shape flavor is different. Only pizza shapes. Pizza shapes are goated. I don't know what to tell you. Look, barbecue and pizza are the same, and those are the only two flavors worth eating. That's on God, on God. Barbecue shapes are hexagons? No, pizza shapes are too. They're the same shape. My first ever competition. I was pretty nervous, but it went well. Competition? A figure skating competition, that's hype. Yo. Does figure skating exist for roller skating? Because I know it's an ice skating thing, but like, why couldn't you do it for roller skating? I guess you could, right? Chicken crimpy? Nah. Savory flavor. Oh, there's a shape flavor called savory? Savory. What the fuck is this? I've never seen that before in my life. It appears to be all the shapes also. Because I see a hexagon in there, I see a triangle, but I also see the shape of like a grain wave, you know? Inline skating. Oh, okay. That's what inline skating is? I just always thought inline skates was just another word for rollerblades. Animal Crossing New Horizons music? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love the soundtrack to this game. It's just a banger. I don't know what to tell you. It is pretty snazzy, I'd agree with that. your new inhaler came in today. I can breathe outdoors now. That's so exciting, Demi. Congratulations on being able to breathe. That's very hype. I forgot to talk to my villagers today. I haven't talked to my villagers since April of 2020. I plowed 200 hours into that game in the first month and then never played it again. Because I feel like you get the most out of it when you play it a little bit every day. And as soon as you stop playing it every day, it's like, I'd feel bad if I went back, you know? Those poor villagers. One of them's Boone, so who gives a fuck? Fuck Boone, am I right? Jeez, Louise. I hate Boone. Did you hear about Aussie esports player that won a gold medal at the Paralympics? No, I didn't hear about that. That's radical. Is there a theme? Or are they just nice posters you like? They're just nice posters I like. They're mostly shows I've watched. Like, that one. That's, My Neighbor Totoro. That's Doctor Who, this whole thing. That's Sherlock, which, look, that doesn't fit into the category of shows I like, but it was at the time. That's Cyrodiil from Elder Scrolls. That's, Breath of the Wild. We got, Spider-Man. Detroit Become Human. That's Ori and the Blind Forest. Steven Universe. There's, that little blur is Boku no Hero Academia and also Thor. The circle is Stargate Atlantis. Oh, Beats, we've run out of room. You thought Mifa was Samus? It does kind of look like Samus, doesn't it? I love that. Sherlock, my beloved. I know. Back to the Future. Poggers. There's Hollow Knight up there in the very corner. The Radiance, just vibing. Then we got some more Steven Universe. It's Peridot and Lapis. What else we got here? Harry Potter. There's the Harry Potter ones, the little ones. That's all the book covers. The Ollie Moss ones. I love Ollie Moss. Skyrim. Poggers. I ship Peridot and Lapis. I thought it was crazy that they never actually did that in the show. Portal. More Steven Universe. Kara. Kara. There's Arissa behind my Twitch thing. That's some more Skyrim. That's the Avengers. This is just languages. I'm a big fan of the show Languages. I'm watching it with your friends. We're partway through season 1. That's all good. There was no spoilers there, I don't think. Other than the names of the characters. Hi, chat. That's a painting by an artist I really like Crush. I think that's pretty much it. Have we gone over everything? This is just a print I like, that one. That's pretty much all of it that you guys can see. There's some more stuff up the top, but it's all cut off. Up here. So, because that one's an Avengers poster. That's Doge. You can see Doge's foot. That's Deku from My Hero Academia. Whatever that one is, I have no idea. I'd have to turn around, and I don't have that kind of energy. So there you go, little poster tour. Little poster tour real quick. It's your first time on stream? You're welcome! That's so exciting. I hope you enjoy it. I'm just eating my breakfast real quick, but then we'll get started. We're gonna be doing some speed running today. It's gonna be so hype. It was first Cartoon Network show to have a gay kiss. Cute. Cute. And also sad. How long has Cartoon Network existed? When did they have their first hetero kiss? And how long have homosexual people existed? It didn't start in like 2015. I can tell you that much. I decided I wouldn't get Hollow Knight spoiled for me until I beat it. It's been 3 years and I still haven't beaten it yet. Ah, that's rough, Echo. That's rough. It's a good game. I've never actually beaten the final boss either. I've like 107%ed it, I think, but I just didn't want to go after the final boss. It just didn't feel right. Thanks for the follow, Blueberry Muffins. Shows this has a sticker on the bottom. Nice. Oh, whoa. What's spinning? Oh my god, it's Borpa, but not Borpa. Fragment Borpa. The Owl House is the first show with a LGBT protagonist, I think. Ever? Yo. Bonkers. You didn't clarify. On Disney Channel. Okay, gotcha. Where was Korra aired? Korra's Nickelodeon, isn't it? Is Nickelodeon Disney? Because Korra's bisexual, obviously. Although it's a bit of a last-minute gay, but technically she is. They're different things? I didn't really know, to be honest. SpongeBob is LGBTQ in some way or other. In what? He's one of those? Is SpongeBob a lesbian? They're not Disney. Good to know. I wasn't allowed to watch any of that stuff. He's Ace. I mean, isn't like every cartoon protagonist childlike character Ace? Because he wouldn't. Okay, good to know. He's Ace. Sure, good for him. What a king. Squidward fucks. Squidward ain't Ace. Squidward fucks. Not that SpongeBob can't fuck. If he wants to, he's welcome to. That's why it's LGBTQIAF. The F just stands for fucks, and that's what Squidward is. He's the F. I read some of the Korra comics, Pog moments. I don't think I've read the Korra comics. Thank you for giving SpongeBob permission to fuck anytime. Yeah. You know, I think he should be free to do it as he likes. If he wants to take off those square pants, let him do it. Looks like a convoluted coffee dispensing machine to dispense coffee straight into your mouth. Interesting. I always sort of look like a microphone. But you know what? I'll take it. By the way, it's got a nut on it now. I don't know if anybody's noticed that. Surely. There's a nut. Yo, what's up, Dara? Hello! Welcome in. Blue Green, thank you for the freaking raw tier 1 sub. That's nuts! Holy crap, thanks so much for the tier 1. I appreciate it. Thank you. I complimented it last stream, but you ignored me. That sounds about right. I did notice it, but I thought it'd been there forever. No, I added it last stream, before last stream. Because my small ant sticker pack came in the mail. As did my beanie. Yo, I've got a beanie now. It's hype. I actually didn't own a beanie beforehand, so it's actually pretty hyped out. But I've got a sticker sheet. Only the nut is missing. I don't know where I'm gonna put the rest of them. Maybe I'll just hide them. Ugh, stop having hiccups. I'll just hide them at places around my stream room, and you guys are gonna have to spot them all. It's like, where's Wally? But, man. You guys wanna see my beanie? That's cool. Used to have a beanie that I used to cover up the gear shift in my car in summer so I don't burn my hands. Nice! Wait, where's the logo? Here it is. What do you think? Do beanies work well for me? I very rarely wear them. It's still crooked. I don't think I can wear something straight. That sounds like some Disney tier stuff. It's a cool beanie, love the color. Me too. It's a fun beanie. But yeah, it's I do have other beanies, but they're not really like outside wearable. I have one with bunny ears on it. It is shaped and colored like a rabbit, which is pretty cool, admittedly. but also, I think a 20-year-old human wearing that would be an interesting look. But anyway, I do have a normal person beanie now with only a cool and stylish small ant logo adorning it. What's the point of the beanie if you can't wear it outside? I mean, I owned it when I was a kid and it was fine to wear outside then. I just don't know if I could. My hair growing super fast. I cut it when did I cut my hair? I feel like it was like April. Which means it's been like 5 months. So I think my hair's growing at a normal rate. My sister came in when you said she gave SpongeBob permission to fuck, and I had to explain the events leading up to it so she didn't think I was watching somebody questionable. You are watching somebody questionable, Echo. I hate to break it to you. Sorry. Loving all the comfy? I'm glad you like them. Hell yeah, I love my comfy pride emotes. They're great. Alright, we're probably ready to start gaming soon here. Alright. All the merch? Oh yeah. I mean, I have the hoodie, of course, as well. The man. And I have the hat as well, the cap. The snapback. It's 1:26 a.m. and I'm trying not to laugh. I found that the other night. I was watching Ludwig videos on YouTube, I think. I was watching a Ludwig video. And I can't remember what it was he said. I think it was like he was rewatching his Germa video back, and it was when he said, like, you know, something about flying so high, and it just caught me so off guard that I let out a big old ha, and then I realized my door was open. It was like 11 p.m. and my parents go to bed at like 9, and I'm like, oh. Whoops. Should I get a third helix piercing or a tragus piercing? A tragus. What the heck is that? The heck is a tragus piercing? Let me look it up. Oh, that's it. That bit. Okay. When Germa cheated on him. Yeah. It was very funny. A third helix or a tragus? I don't know. It's up to you. Tragus looks pretty cool. Is it a painful one, though? Is it a painful one? In which case... You don't want a painful one. I watched that Germa thing just as it started and just as it finished, but none of the middle. That's rough. That's rough. Yeah, we do need the Lysol blanket. I gotta work that out. It's meant to be painful? Well, if you think it's worth it, I don't know, do as you will. Do as you will. I find I can't really wear piercings. I have just the good old lobe holes, but I don't wear them very often because the like other side of the piercing presses against my skull when I'm wearing headphones. So when I'm wearing headphones, which is most of the time, I can't really wear earrings. I'm pretty sure you can buy ones that are like round on both sides, which means you can like wear them to bed and stuff, and it's nice and comfortable, but I don't have one of those. We can't see anything you'd put... True. For all you know, I could have been wearing some very extravagant earrings underneath this. Wish me luck. If I win my friend's marble game, I'll get 20 bucks. Holy crap, 20 bucks? What a fucking deal. Alright, let's go. With your hands and feet, only 2 Joy-Cons. Because I don't have an extra or pro controller. 2 Joy-Cons, like 1 Joy-Con each, like a half Joy-Con. Because that's... I don't blame you for not having an extra one, because man, extra controllers are so expensive. It's actually atrocious. And most of the time it's just not worth buying more if you are sad and lonely. So, yeah, but man, playing Super Mario Odyssey with 4 buttons and a joystick is just awful. I didn't win. Get him next time. Okay, should we game? Let's game. Let's do some gaming, hey? What do you guys think? Bit of gaming? Maybe? I feel the controller is more expensive than the console sometimes. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, a controller is $100. So, if you bought, like, a full set of 4 controllers, it would cost the same amount as a actual Switch, which is just insane. There's no way, right? There's no way. I'm pretty sure they sell the Switch for, like, less than it costs to make, though. I feel like they do for Joy-Cons as well. Why are Joy-Cons so expensive? I don't know. Wish I had another Pro Controller for friends? Yeah. I just have my cursed one, which it feels like it'd be mean to give somebody that at this point, right? My spare Joy-Cons are never charged, because why would they be? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, maybe you need to, you know, do some 2-player Super Mario Odyssey. You never know. You gotta be prepared for all circumstances. You should give them the haunted controller for that full lifestyle experience. That's true. But I'd run out of friends pretty quick. Unfortunately. Alright, we're not gonna have any chance to nut in this run, and we didn't last run either, obviously, because it's 13 captures. So let's give it a quick little nut for the fans. Alright. You always have friends, give curse. Oh my god, I can't read. You always give friends the cursed controller, so they are handicapped when you play Smash. True. Although I feel like, for a game like Smash, it's probably somehow a benefit to have a cursed controller, right? Good start. Good. Alright, cool. That's our nut. That's all we get. Is it pronounced Lysol or Lycal? No. Okay. Let's go. Lysol or Lickle are fine. Lycal is cursed. Please don't call me Lycal. I don't. It's very cursed. Okay. This is the right splits. We're ready to go. So, let me just run through again what I'm doing today. Today, as of Saturday, which is today, I need to submit a run if I want to get into PAX Online. Which I think I'm gonna at least shoot my shot. We'll see what happens. So, I need to get a good run, a good clean run, and I also need a commentated run. Because a run takes like an hour and a half, I'm gonna commentate the first one, and if it comes out good, that's gonna be great. But it means we have the opportunity, if it comes out poorly, to commentate the next one, right? So, I'll still be talking to chat, don't worry, but it's also gonna be like, this trick is so-and-so, you know? I think generally they just want you to submit your PB. They don't even want you to like talk during it, so. But I'm gonna be talking, because that's the only thing I'm good at. If they're judging me purely on my ability to game, it's gonna be rough. Alright, let's go. Wait, that's not the start. We're cutting that bit out. We're cutting that bit out. Alright, we're not gonna start with that. Isn't it crazy, chat, how good I am at video games? Alright, let's start a run. Good luck with the run. Thank you. I won't need it, but thank you. Today is Saturday. Finally somebody in my time zone. Hell yeah. Today is Saturday. Good luck. Thank you. We'll see how we go. We always start off with skipping the cutscenes. You can actually skip that one slightly late, fun fact. Because it uses that time to load the game. So if you skip it immediately, there's still a little bit of loading time. So you don't actually lose any time from a late skip there. Fun fact. Maybe you guys will learn something during this run, chat. We'll see. Only time will tell. Good luck, even though you won't need it. Thank you. Alright. That's such a fun fact. I know, right? Alright. We're gonna come up to our first skip of the run up here, so with min caps, quick debrief. Usually I throw Cappy at stuff, and he captures them, like possesses them. But in this run, we're trying to avoid that, so instead of going over those frogs over there to my right, I'm just gonna jump up this with Mario's sheer force of will. That's the aim of the game. That's a tricky jump there, so sometimes it takes me a couple tries. You gotta be pretty precise with letting yourself get the maximum height. So sometimes it does take a couple tries. Luckily, it's a quick reset. So, no huge time loss there. Nothing we haven't seen before. Maybe I did need that luck. Alright. Here you see a master at work. There's a trick here where you can go up the left side of the thing, but it generally doesn't save you a huge amount of time, so I always go along the right. I've never gone along the left. I haven't even done that once, chat. Oh, the other music's still playing? I kind of like the energy, but I do need to get rid of that. Give me a sec. I'll do it in the cutscene. Alright, rest in peace, Animal Crossing music. I'm too pog for left side, it's true. I'm just so far left that it's right again, you know what I mean? So this is the first capture of the run. This wire that we take from the first kingdom to the second kingdom. It is currently unskippable. In fact, it's one of the captures that is the least likely to ever be skipped in these runs, because it's pretty far in. It'd be pretty rough to skip. We need to find some sort of like wrong warp or kingdom skip or something insane like that. And just finding that in the first kingdom seems pretty unlikely, so that's one of the less likely ones that we'll ever skip. We will be doing a few more captures in this kingdom that are required in this version of the game. There are actually 4 different categories in this game. So we've got 13 caps, 12 caps, 3 caps, and 4 caps. Each of those are either the patched version of the game or the unpatched version of the game, and the 1-player version of the game or the 2-player version of the game. So that makes 4 total. I'm going to be playing the most accessible version today. It requires the least number of insane and disgusting tricks. It still requires a couple little things here and there, but it is the least insane of the 4, admittedly. So that is what we're doing today. Oh, alright, sink. Better to sink in the cascade than cascade in the sink. Am I right, gamers? Just like skipping, yeah. Skipping Bowser and Moon Kingdom is slightly more likely than the first one, but still pretty unlikely. So at the very end of the game, we do have to capture Bowser to finish it off. But I'm pretty sure there's a loading zone in the sky somewhere. So hypothetically, if we could get an infinite height glitch and get up to that box in the sky, we could technically get up there. But why aren't you in Chinese? It's Japanese. No, you were right the first time. The fastest language for this game is in fact simplified Chinese. It was thought to be Japanese for ages, like literally the first 3 years of the game being out, it was thought to be Japanese, the fastest version of the game. But in actual fact, it's simplified Chinese. Figure that out later on. I play in French because I really don't mind. It just loses me a couple seconds. And I think it's funny to not play in the fastest language. It's really not a huge deal. So yeah, if I did want to be completely optimal, I would play in simplified Chinese. French is too much of a meme at this point. It's pretty sexy, that's true. Your run might be fast, but is your run as hot as mine? Didn't think so. I think Sman tried to find a way through Bowser's section when he wasn't doing gravity, but he couldn't find anything. Yeah, he really like fell in many directions in that thing, but he never went towards the invisible box, and I'm pretty sure I saw it in an Ice Age video once. I'm pretty sure that exists. If you infinite jump up there. So it's not that it doesn't exist. I think it was just that he couldn't get through to the area that has it. Because he got stuck in that very first area. So yeah, each of those chain jumps counted as one capture, so we're now up to 4. Those captures are unskippable in this version of the game. In the other versions of the game, 3 and 4 captures, we can actually skip those using a trick called a Cappy Return Cancel, which is a pretty complicated trick which basically allows us to teleport Cappy, but it's only possible in 2-player, so depending on your opinions of like what versions of the game we should be running, it is a different category. But yes, those are our next 3 captures, and we'll just be moving on to the next kingdom. Easy clap. Easy clap. I think personally, that so the other capture that people talk about skipping a lot is the Ruin Kingdom capture. That's the only other one, other than those other 2 I mentioned, that haven't been skipped with anything, and it seems like it's possible, but just nobody knows how. So, nobody quite knows how it's possible, if it is. We're off to Sand Kingdom. The other day, somebody posted a clip to Twitter, which had them randomly teleporting to the boss arena and skipping the capture in Ruined Kingdom. But it was cheated. And I'm pretty sure it was doing it for attention. So, let's go. It was indeed, Budaham. It was indeed fake. It's hard to say if they were doing it for intention or if they genuinely, like, got confused, but I think it was found to be the first case. So, anyway. It happens, it happens. That's what happens when you have a moddable game, I guess. Got the bird. Similar vibe when people are looking for barrier skipping in Wind Waker. Yeah, exactly. It happens. It really does. Because you know everybody would be so hyped if anybody found anything, so you fake it just to get that hype. But yeah, there are consequences of that because people like that generally get blocked by like everybody in the Super Mario Odyssey community, so is it really worth it? Alright, we're doing a thing here where we're basically changing the time zone, or changing the literal time, for the seed that I planted before. Did I plant a seed? Yes, I did. Great. So that's instantly grown. Usually that takes 20 minutes, but it is instant if you are a gamer. There's a few other ways of doing that, like if you genuinely start the timer at a very specific time and have something called daylight saving times abuse. Basically, daylight saving comes into effect at exactly the moment you enter that room, and so when you exit, the seed's grown. It requires a lot of consistency and isn't a huge amount faster than manual DSTA, which is what I just did there. So definitely not worth it for a marathon. So we wouldn't want to miss it. That's a reset point for high level 90% runs, for sure. Because if you ever lose any time earlier on, your timing will be messed up for that trick. And it means that you will have to reset. It does mean people get pretty consistent at the first few kingdoms though. So that's something. Hope this comes off as a compliment and not an insult. But watching your stream today is a lot more enjoyable than I remember it being. I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult either. Thank you. I think, yeah. Okay. That movement there sometimes perfectly guides the bullet bill to hit this, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why, sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes it doesn't, so that's fine. Saying you're better at entertaining? Maybe it's because I'm explaining all the tricks. I feel like explaining all the tricks is probably less exciting for the veterans here, but for the newbies maybe it's more exciting because you might not have known all the things I was doing. So, I don't know. It's great. I'll take that. I'll take that. We're not doing too much special here, we're just going around collecting all the moons, getting enough to leave the kingdom. Nothing too crazy. Sand Kingdom does get pretty crazy in some of the other capture categories, so 3 caps and 4 caps have an absolutely bonkers Sand Kingdom. But in this version, it's pretty similar. Okay, cool. It's pretty similar to 20%. Nothing too radical going on. I did miss that jump. Yes, yeah. Okay. There's a trick that I love doing over here. Called Sphinx Clip. Sadly, we're not able to do that today because we are we're pretending that we're on the patched version of the game. I actually own the unpatched version of the game, and it's a pain in the ass to change between versions because you have to factory reset your Switch every time. So when I want to play patched runs, I just pretend that the glitches are patched out, even though they're not. So I couldn't submit this to the leaderboards, but I don't really mind anyway. So yeah, there's a clip here that we could be doing because we are on the unpatched version, but for the sake of consistency, I will not. What's up, universe? Welcome in, welcome in. Getting all these monies, because we will be buying a couple moons later on in the run, so good to have a little bit of currency for that. I would try speedrunning, but I don't have a capture card and I don't have skill. Well, you don't need a capture card to be speedrunning. Again, I don't really submit a lot of my runs to the leaderboard anyway, so if being on the leaderboard's all that matters to you, then yeah, you will probably need some way of capturing it, but also leaderboards do generally accept recorded runs, so with a camera. A little bit more inconvenient to do, but if that's what's important to you, then it is a way of doing it. You can just, you know, set up a camera in front of your TV, record it that way. In terms of skill, well, nobody starts out with skill. I certainly didn't. In fact, arguably, I still don't have it. Min cap cards? Yeah, unfortunately, this minimum captures run is invalid because I do have a capture card. So that's kind of cringe. Extra capture. Only true gamers without capture cards can really have a minimum captures run. Alright, and that's Sand Kingdom. Are you going to explain this room or just casually jump on the poison? There are invisible platforms there. And knowing where they are means that I don't really have to. Usually you would capture one of those little sunglasses dudes and lets you see the invisible platforms, but obviously this is a min caps run, and even if it weren't, that would be slow. So we just know where the invisible platforms are. Makes it easier. I was born as a god gamer, yep. Came out of the womb doing dram strats. Only losing about 2 seconds there. Probably from that horrible bonk in the middle, but that's all good. No probs. After Lake Kingdom. Another pretty simple kingdom. The routes are generally like slightly different from 20% because sometimes a capture moon is faster. And obviously we have to avoid those. But generally they're pretty similar. Lake Kingdom only has 2 moons substituted out, which usually require a capture to get. I keep hearing dram, what does it mean? I keep hearing it, but I don't actually know where it comes from. It's actually a really funny story, actually. Basically, there was a strategy in Sand Kingdom, in fact, discovered by a user called Dram. That was his username. And it was really great. It's still used 90% today, so it's a big strat. And basically, he said, I don't care what you call the skip, as long as you don't name it after me. So, naturally, we have Dram Skip now. Or Dram Strat. And then, from then on, most strategies in the game have now been called Dram. So we have Snow Dram in Snow Kingdom. He had nothing to do with Snow Dram as far as I know. It was just called that, basically out of spite. And if people discover new things, they will often call it something Dram. So yeah, it's just become a bit of a meme. Poor dude though. We did not respect his wishes, I'll say that much. Whoop. CRC Dram. Yeah, I think at this point it's becoming a bit of an old meme. The strats that are called Drams are often genuinely, like, what's the word? derivatives of the original dram strat. So the original dram strat basically means you leave Cappy in a location, go get a moon, and then home in Cappy so that you get teleported to that capture. It's basically a little quick, tiny teleportation, which saves you time. So those strats are generally all called drams because they are the same strat, just used in different locations. Then sometimes completely unrelated things like but people don't do that as much anymore because, you know, after 3 years the joke maybe becomes a little stale. Oh, explain quick kill? Oh, he's dead. I fucked him up. He's gone. He's actually destroyed. I don't know how to explain that strat. It's just basically when he's getting back up, you can go through his hitbox because he doesn't like have one. So you can ground pound down into him, kind of like in Super Mario 64 with Swamp. When he's going down, he doesn't have a hitbox, so you can jump back up. And then once you get to the top, you go back down again, stomp on his head. So nice quick strat to get rid of that boss. Ringo Starr has been defeated. Can you explain stale jokes to Smans chat? No luck there. What the hell? Sorry. It would seem I missed the first moon. At least it's the first one and not one further on. Alright. Could have been worse. We love ground pounding through our enemies' bodies. Hell yeah. We love that. You love to see it. The moral of the story is, if you don't want a thing to be named after you, name something else yourself. Something else yourself. I mean, that's true. If he'd said, like, yeah, we're gonna call it, you know, what would be a good name for that trick? Maybe like a bill storage, or like... I feel like you need a pun, you know? Bullet teleportation. Okay, that's pretty bad. It's probably for the best that I didn't discover that trick. Happy Stall Warp. That's a pretty literal name. Ugh. We do bludgeon this rabbit to death with a rock. Or at least we try to. There we go. Works eventually. What? I hated you. I'm cursed. Okay. There we go. Telecapitation? Yep, it's a good thing you didn't discover it either. Call it a CRC. Cappy return cancel. You could call it that. Maybe it wouldn't be accurate, but you could call it that. You think you cut yourself using your fingernail. You hate to see it. I did that once to like a gnarly degree. Like I think I was getting up and I managed to like put a scratch down my whole foot and it like scarred. It was bad. I don't know how I managed that. Alright. There's a trick here called Nut Clip, which is used in 90%, and if I were good at it, it would also be used in this. But I'm not. It is one of the clips that I just can't figure it out. So... I just can't figure it out. So we're going to ignore it. Oh, and do the back up route instead. No nut clip. Sag. She's not a gamer. Follow the song? True. Wee wee hoo. Wee wee hoo. Just pretend I did it. Yeah, chat. Just pretend I did. If you don't say anything, chat, they'll never know. So the way to go around is actually kind of sick anyway. There's like a teeny tiny triangle right here you can land on to get up this cliff. Love that. And then we do some spamming of the jump button to get up here. Which is also pretty sick. So admittedly, even if it is the route that you take when you don't get nutclip, it's still pretty swag. Still pretty cool. You go through the wall and 2/4 of a second later you have another moon. 2 1/4. It's pretty quick. This is a run where you're not live on stream. It isn't. It's not. That is 12 captures and 3 captures. 13 captures and 4 captures. Don't have the nut jump. For the sake of consistency, I thought it was for the best. The nut jump is an incredibly difficult trick that requires you to do 40 near frame perfect tricks in a row. And if you fail one, you have to start from the start. So it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So yeah. I thought it would be best if we didn't do it. For the best. I thought it was 30. It's 30 plus 10 at the start. So the 10 at the start, you can mess up one. The 30 at the end, you can't. Didn't know all this stuff was a thing? Well, hey, I'm glad this is educational to you guys. That was not the most optimal flooded pipes movement, but that's okay. That room is used in any percent. And they generally go quite fast in it, which I can't relate to. So, we're gonna go around and get this extra moon. We wouldn't have to get this if we had gotten nutclip, because we do get an extra moon by doing that. So instead we get the backup, not around the corner. I watched this man's vids, but not a stream. So the longest I've been on the stream was 3 minutes. That's a pretty short time. I don't have an hour count for how many hours I've spent on this man's stream, but it's at least like 2, I'd say. Yeah, maybe you guys can learn how to speedrun by watching me. I don't know if that's possible, but... We spawn that moon, but we don't collect it, just because it spins for a little while before you're able to collect it, so it's faster to just ignore it, because we're going back there anyway, so we're going to collect it anyway. And this moon also spawns the boss, so we do have to collect it, even though it has a disgustingly long cutscene. So it does spawn the boss. Funnily enough, in the highest level of any percent running, they don't collect this moon, and they don't even fight the boss. God knows what they do. I literally don't know. 80% scares me, so yeah. No, I fell. Doo-doo. That was called Flower Road Skip. Never failed it, actually, crazily enough. Never failed Flower Road Skip before. Not even today. Still haven't. Isn't that radical? Cutscenes for killing Piranha Plant is my favorite award. Cutscenes? Oh, getting the cutscene. Yeah. I hate it here. I've never failed a skip, and you know what? I've never failed tower skip either. Which is what I was about to do until I decided to intentionally fall into the void, just so I could show you guys Flower Road Skip again, you know? Because I just felt like you guys deserved that. You deserve 2 Flower Road Skips in your run. You're welcome. Just so I can show you that. And now we will do... it's great. Doing great. Never failed. Never failed. You know what? We get Flower Road Skip for a 3rd time now, so... You could say I'm charitable. You could say I'm kind. You could say whatever you like. It would probably be accurate. How many nuts have you broken? There's a lot of nuts in this kingdom. I haven't been counting. Oh, I probably could have done that. It was gonna be clutch. I didn't want to mess it up again, because that would have been embarrassing. Not that I've messed it up before, but... Didn't want to make it a first, you know? Alright. There we go. And we skipped the tower. First try. It's crazy we got that first try. Nuts. This is Spewit. He's kind of stinky. He's fine. He's not a hard boss. Somehow I do manage to miss the jump sometimes, but not very often. So weird. Oh. Never messed that boss up. You're really showing us how to do these skips so well. Yeah, have you guys ever seen the Dr. Seuss book? What's it even called? It's the one where it's like this bear who's a dad and he's showing the kid how to ride a bike, but he ends up like, you know, driving into mud and causing accidents and all sorts of stuff, and every time he fucks up he just says, and that's how not to ride a bike. That's pretty much my whole stream. Alright, we're done with Wood Kingdom. Good riddance. Lost a little bit of time, but we do have... I know with these splits, we have about 30 seconds of time save in Lost Kingdom, and another 30 seconds in Luncheon, so we should be fine. No problemo. Can you stop destroying guys' manhood? Nuts. ... I'm sorry. Your nut privileges are revoked. He drives into mud and then contemplates his life choices for 8 hours. Yeah, it's been a while since I've read that book, but that could well be a thing. It's a game in French for any particular reason, just for the fun of it. Pourquoi pas, as I like to say. Okay. There are some insane strats you can do on this fight, which lots of people do. I'm not one of them. I do try and get the boss fight done relatively quickly, but there's a strat called Fast Hats that you can do, where you basically sort of like backflip onto the hat, saves a couple seconds every time you do it. Also, you can manipulate which tile Bowser runs to. Definitely one of the weaker parts of my run, this kingdom. I should learn the strats, but every time I've learned them, I forget them immediately afterwards. So, one day I'll learn it. Until then, just punch Bowser in the dick, and that's all that matters. I believe the simple strat is just called Punish Bowser, yeah. Bowser has lost his problems. Alright, he's dead. Let's go! Compréhensible. Ou excellent journée. Lui. Yo, we freaking broke even on that split. You love to see it. This is a kingdom where we have a bit of time save, so the splits are going to be looking tasty after this, hopefully. That's what you love. We love having a bit of time save late in the run, you know? It feels good. That trick's called Meme Tree. It's not a very exciting one at this point because you just triple jump over there, but it is a classic. A skip discovered very early on in the game, which means we can go around the back of the kingdom, get a bunch of moons before we disable Klepto, who in this kingdom tries to steal your hat, but obviously we don't want our hat stolen because that wastes time, so we go around the back, get some extra moons, and then we'll disturb Klepto later on, which means he will never go through our hat. J'adore tu mère. Did you just say you love my mother? The fuck? Alright. Alright, Bird has been bothered. Friggin' moron skip? Yep, it's also called friggin' moron skip, depending on who you ask. Definitely the whole SMO community is with me on that one. Yo, Liz! What's up, Liz? Welcome in. This is pretty standard. This is actually, I think, the only kingdom in the game, other than, like, Cloud Kingdom and those other, like, boss fight ones, where it is exactly the same as any percent. We don't capture anything in any percent. We also don't capture anything in min caps. So, we just do the kingdom fast. I can't believe I rolled over that rock. That's insane. How are you doing, Liz? We better do this kingdom fast. I don't like it here. Well, look at this time save. Maybe you'll like that. Busted. That was gay? I should probably provide clarity for anybody who might be watching this run who isn't familiar with my content. I do generally call my gold splits gay splits because I believe in reclaiming the use of the word for something positive. And getting a fast time on a run, there's nothing better than that, you know? So, just to clarify, when I say that was gay, I do mean that was gold in traditional speedrunning terms. Hasn't really caught on in other communities yet, but I'm hoping it will. And eventually all the kids in the schoolyard will be going like, oh my god, Lewis is so gay in track. In a good way, you know? I think if we start using it in a good way, again, that would be nice. So that's the dream. I'm making a change in this society, one word at a time. Twitch parlance? No, it's just me. It is just me. Nobody else says that. But I think it's gonna catch on eventually. Track and field is a pretty gay sport. Yeah, exactly. It's speedy. Alright. There's only a couple differences in Night Metro from any percent. We go around the back of here, obviously, because we don't want to take the wire. Which is a little slower, but overall, no big deal. We get that moon later on, so we don't need to get it now. Go in here. Nothing's different in this room. Okay, that's unfortunate. What? I don't know what just happened. I don't know why Mario dived in that direction. I genuinely have no idea. Turn indicators out loud. That would be nuts. I hate it in this room. We're good, we're good. Yeah, I feel like in real life you do have turn indicators. It's called turn. That's a good point. Didn't think of it that way. Rachel tells me nothing. I didn't check on her stream, so I wouldn't even know she was playing Super Mario Odyssey. It's true. She wouldn't even know what a Mario is. Yeah, it does. Lauren does give off the vibe in chat that we've never spoken in real life. And the only contact we ever have is through Twitch chat. It's not true, but it does seem that way sometimes. Alright. Try speaking French. No. Yeah, you shake to climb that pole real fast. It's a lot of the things in this game. If you think, man, Mario is moving creepily fast, what's going on? Probably because I'm shaking the controller. Lauren wouldn't know Lysel exists if it wasn't for Twitch chat. That's true. Okay, I didn't manipulate that wiggler quite right, but that's okay. Ideally, you want to get a 2 cycle here, which means he only goes on the wall twice. But we'll see how we go. I have motion controls turned off, which is inadvisable, but it is what we're dealing with, so just make things a little bit more difficult. Damn, we missed it. That's okay. We're going to be doing a 3 cycle, no big deal. The most important thing in this fight, in minimum captures, is to not die. Because as you can tell, we are in a capture right now. Mario has captured this Sherm. If we managed to die, we would uncapture this Sherm. We'd have to do the fight again, which means we would get an extra capture. And if you get an extra capture, it ain't minimum, is it? So, cool. Got this. Yeah, in this is one of the ones you can skip by doing a CRC, one of those cappy teleportations that I mentioned earlier on in the run. Honestly, 3 and 4 caps are absolutely nuts. If they weren't so inconsistent and having absolutely bonkers hard tricks, I would love to do one for a speedrun showcase, but they are just really, really nuts in terms of their route. Super cool stuff. Basically, you get the closest thing that we ever see to a sequence break in 3 and 4 caps. Because using a CRC, you can go through a painting, which lets you see the kingdom early. Usually you can just see it from afar, but using Cappy Teleportation, we can get into the kingdom before we're meant to, so we get into Metro Kingdom early. Which means we can get all of the moons here, and then by the time we get to Night Metro, we just throw Cappy back on the Odyssey, and just leave straight away. So we never have to go through Night Metro. Never have to do the Sherm capture. That's how that one skipped. It's pretty nutty. This trick's called Scoot Flip. They say if you don't do it, you don't have balls. So I always do. Never missed it. Again. Not once in my life. Wonder when they will stop bothering people who play SMO and get a life out of Twitch. What's this? Oh, Man of Steel. Cool. Somebody could make a movie about, like, Man of Steel, you know, inside the mind of a monster. God dig big titty skip when making me, and I resent her for that. God, honestly, can't believe it. Let's cancel this bitch. I was away for the computer for 10 seconds. And you chose that time to strike. Typical. He knew. Wait, maybe Man of Steel is like one of your parents, Breeze. How else would they know? Ever think about it? Any tips on starting speedrunning SMO? It took me a while to get into SMO speedrunning. Like, I tried to get into it early on, and then I gave up because it was too hard. So, I don't know, just find motivation to do it. Small Ant and Tom Shee's tutorials on YouTube are really great resources. Other than that, I don't know. Just do it. Nice. It's a miracle I didn't capture that, to be honest. You don't live with your parents? Oh. Well. Maybe it is Breeze then. It's the only solution. I'm still bad at it? I mean, that makes sense if you don't play it a lot. I mean, even if you do play it a lot. I've played the game a lot, and I am still also bad at it. So. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we do need a man of different elements, you know? And then eventually we get, like, the man avatar. Master of all 4 elements. And he can save us. By defeating Man of Steel once and for all. Thanks for the host, Wii Sports is fun. Yeah, if it were recent, it wouldn't be such a big thing, but it's like 4 years, pretty much as long as SMOs existed, which is kind of insane. I don't think I've ever done anything that consistently for that long. Other than like attended school, and I didn't really have a choice in that. Different metals, yo, Man of Copper, Man of Steel, or maybe all alloys, because steel of course isn't like a thing. Steel isn't a thing. You heard it here first. Different genders, yo! Demigirl of Steel? I love that. Ouch. That's not right at all. That is what we do in 3 caps. Man of non-binary? Wait. Wait, you're changing the steel to different genders? Man of woman, man of man. I don't know if that's what Liz meant, but it's an interesting concept. An interesting interpretation. Okay. Back to l'Odyssey. And then we skedaddle. Looks like we've saved a little bit of time in day metro. It was a pretty atrocious night metro, but that's okay. We're keeping around the middle mark. I generally figure as long as I'm not like multiple minutes behind my PB, you know, like 10, I'm fine. It doesn't matter that much. NB of NB? Your NB, is NB an element? Like, Nobelium? That's a thing, isn't it? Niobium. Niobium? I don't know what my time zone is. That's crazy. That's crazy to exist on the internet and not know what your time zone is. That's bonkers to me. I mean, if you live in America, it's easy as saying, do you live in the west, the east, the middle, or like Arizona? My time zone is Arizona, yeah. Sometimes you just be on Arizona time, you know? Niobium or Columbium? Yeah, some of them have multiple names, don't they? Like, Anananium? I think Anananium got renamed to something, but I refuse to believe that it's ever going to be called anything other than Anananium. Because, oh my god, imagine renaming Anananium. You can't top that. It's only downhill from Anananium. Frankium. Did they call it Frankium? Did they really call Anananium Frankium? Just named it after some dude called Frank? I'm cringing so hard. I can't believe I bought that. I shouldn't have been looking at chat. Well, we have 6 health now. That's pretty high. It's fine. We still have enough money to buy the last moon. France? Anananium was so much better. You ever look at weird bird names? Not like a lot. I do love birds. Never really criticize them for their names. Not too often. Did you know the smallest bird in Australia is called the weebill? And I just think that's adorable. It's like it's got a little wee bill. I love it. I love it. It's so literal. Blue tit, worst bird. Alright, cut the blue tit some slack. People chose its name for it, you know? I'm sure it would have picked something better if it could speak. Little Busted. Oh, poor Busted. Please. Did a little bit of speed running. The booby is also a bird. Who did come up with those names? There's a bird that lives, that's like really common in Australia, called the peewee. And that's just 2 words for urine slapped together, so it's not that much better. I'm from Portugal and I live in a small village called Montemuro. Translated into English, it means mountain wall. That doesn't make sense. I mean, honestly, we'd call an English town Mountain Wall. That sounds like a pretty standard name. It's a good name for how stinky peewees are. That's harsh, but probably true. We mostly call them magpie shrikes most often. Magpie larks. Magpie larks, magpie shrikes, Murray magpies, peewees, peewits. There's a lot of names for the same bird. Bijingo. Sorry, we back on bijingos. It's just people from Townsville, apparently. Say bijingo. Magpies are corvids? No. Magpies are butcher birds, which are carnivorous birds. I don't think they're corvids. I don't think they are. That's fair enough, Banana. Nobody's forcing you to say nothing. Are they Corvidae? Okay, in that case they are. Yeah, alright. They're just not like part of the crow family. This way now. Too busy thinking about birds, you know? They may well be part of the crow family. I didn't think butcher birds were, but I could be wrong. They're clever? They are clever. Little bastards they are. Cool. Outside of Australia, New Zealand, I don't know if you Americans have them. They don't have our magpies. Our magpies are butcher birds. Their magpies are a type of jay. The European magpie. That's actually what our magpie is named after. So the European one sadly did come first, but they've got like little skinny. They're little skinny birds with long tails and like blue-black feathers. Our magpies are a lot more badass. They're built like little brick shit houses, and they will actually kill you. As many things in Australia will. Plovers are swoopy, but plovers are also all bark and no bite. They'll never hit you. I've never seen a plover hit anyone. They eat their babies. Alright, well. We do also just have like normal crows. An American magpie hobbled to the side of a road and died when I was little. Mildly traumatizing. Hey, that's life, eh? Things do die. I got swooped by the same magpie 10 times after school. Magpies hold grudges. They do. Okay, there's a little bit of time saved in this kingdom. Overall, this has been a very up and down run. That's okay. Whoops. The hardest tricks are at the end, so it's only just begun. There's a cool little trick in this kingdom which I don't think is used in any percent. I'm actually not sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not used in any percent. But it's a fun trick nonetheless, where basically we climb up a sheer cliff. It looks pretty sick to the uninitiated. Just looked it up. Okay, cool. I didn't think they were related to crows. Good thing Lysel wasn't there as a kid because she would have watched those dead body for a while for scientific purposes. Alright. No need to call me out. You sound like a psychopath. I thought I wanted to be a doctor, okay? I thought it was important to watch. I didn't enjoy it. No, I actually sound mental. Whoops. Whoa, come on, dude. There we go. That's not the sheer cliff one I meant. It's coming up here. Basically, instead of going all the way around, we just use little ledges like that triangle in Wooded Kingdom, except multiple times. So there's just a couple little spots on this cliff we can stand on, such as here. Get a triple jump off of that. Oof. Mistimed it. There is another spot up there, though. There we go. And we're up. This is my first time watching a Super Mario Odyssey speedrun. Some of these skips look crazy. Yeah, I feel like it's still weird to me to think that I know a lot of tricks. I don't know a lot of tricks, but I know some of them. I've just accumulated them very slowly over time, though, you know? We do love standing on walls. So true. It's such a smiling face with hearts, grinning face with star eyes, heart eyes movement. Oh no, we lost one of our 6 health points. It's a tragedy. Mario would be an obnoxious tourist. He just immediately arrives, starts pillaging all of the natural artifacts from the area by absolutely ground pounding on them. Collects them all up, gets in his plane, and just gets out of Dodge. Admittedly, not the best tourist. Okay, we go over here. Get this moon. Yeah, I mean, Aussie magpies are shaped like corvids. They look like the same, exactly the same shape as like a raven, but they're fools. They're fooling you. Definition of gets out on. Yep. Okay. Sorry, my time save isn't in Seaside, it's in Luncheon. I forgot. Wrong kingdom. That's okay. It was a pretty clean Seaside. I've seen worse. Oh, I want to watch until the end of the run, but I need to go sleeper. If you gotta go sleeper, you gotta go sleeper. Do what you must. Mario takes flight to the courses in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Yo. Is Mario related to corvids? Is Mario related to Point Card? We lost time. Cool. Don't know how that happened. That's okay. Have to pay de la cuisine. I still don't understand why Mario's last name is Mario. Presumably because his parents' last name were Mario. But we don't know anything about where Mario came from. There's nothing to imply in any of these games that Mario actually emerged from a womb. For all we know, Marios could like asexually reproduce. We just don't have the answers. Sick bomb. Mario was created by someone in a mad lab? Entirely possible. I mean, look how freaking high this dude jumps. And just the fact he can roll on his head. Oh no, I'm gonna lose all my 6 hearts, no! Okay. How is a plumber a superhero? A good question. Believe it or not, even though I didn't actually mean to buy that life up part, it will technically be saving me time later on, because there are damage boost strats in this run, and usually I die to refresh my health, but obviously if we have a life up part, we don't need to do that. So, I'm not going to say it's going to be faster than usual, but it'll come in handy. Alright. My headcanon is that all life in the older Mario games are fungus. You know what? I mean, you know, if you say Princess Peach is the mushroom princess, and she's like clearly, whatever species she is the same as Mario himself, then I feel like that's a valid theory. Has he ever showed plumber skills? He's showed that he can pound into a pipe. I should have thought about phrasing before I said that. But he has shown us that. So, isn't Mario canonically from Brooklyn? What do you mean he's Italian? What do you mean? Since when is he canonically from Brooklyn? Okay. Italian by descent, but I'm pretty sure he originally lived in Brooklyn. Is this from the frickin' Mario movie? Are we considering that canon? Yeah, in the cartoons? He's Italian American. Typical. By that I mean American. Italian part's fine. Has anyone else speedrun this category? Yes. The world record for this category is actually held by Tyrone, who is the any % world record holder. Which is why I will never beat it. Because he is literally the best at this game, or at least equal best for with other people such as Mitch. So, yes, a lot of people, I wouldn't say like a huge number of people speedrun this category, but there's like a good 20, 30 runs on the leaderboard, and I think most of the reason that there's not a huge number of runs is just because of the difficult tricks later on. Require, like, a lot of runs don't actually require you to learn anything to technically finish them. This one does, so there's a slightly higher barrier of entry. But I would say that this category is pretty well run, considering, as far as category extension speedruns go. Most played character extension is Nips. Yeah, I'd say so. Nips probably followed by Star Percent. Although that's not super actively run now, but it was back when it was big popular. 13 does not have Bud Jump, no. In the Mario universe, toast is toast instead of bread. They toast. That's so fucked up. Okay, this is where the damage boosting comes into play. Doesn't toasting toast just ruin the toast? Well, it does make it toastier. I guess it depends on your goal. If your goal is to not have toastier toast, then it would make the toast worse. Worse in general, but if your goal is to make the toast toastier, then it would make the toast better, right? Rip the life apart. So sad. It was with us the whole run. I'm gonna miss it. Maybe if your goal is to burn it. I mean, that's the thing. Maybe it is. I'm not gonna judge. Or maybe, you know, you do the thing where you toast it and it's like got the slightest accents of yellow on it, but it's still white. And then you toast it again and then it's like a standard toasted piece of bread. For most people, that would be an improvement. I'm gonna write down my theory on Mario in notes so I won't be chatting for a while. Understandable. We'll see you in a few months. Alright, this is a slightly complicated jump. Hopefully I get it first try, because here we go. Yep, nope, okay. It's another damage boost strat, but it's a little bit tighter. So I was trying to get the most distance I could out of that jump, but then I missed Cappy. Try again. No big deal. So we started off with a vault on Cappy, vectored that a little bit. Throw out Cappy, bounce on the lava, bounce on Cappy, do it again. This time we try and fit. Oh, so close. That was close. Basically what I was doing there is you need a little bit of height to get a rainbow spin. I didn't have quite enough height for it. That's okay. It's a pretty quick reset, thankfully. Lysol theory? Or? Alright. This is the one. No problem. We will be gaming. Gaming will be introduced into the equation. Oh my god, I can't. I was like, surely this is high enough. Surely it's high enough. Toast is in a way a liquid, as much as soup is, right? Soup being heated up liquid, and in a way, bread is really just heated up liquid. Isn't everything just kind of heated up liquid? I don't know what that wiggle was. It's really crunchy liquid. Yeah. Does anybody get that first try? I do, usually. I don't know what's happening today. I usually don't actually mess it up, believe it or not. Is the cat meowing at my door? I think it is. I'm sorry, Zilly. I'm speed running. There we go. See, it's not a hard jump. I swear to God. I made it with like a mile to spare that time. Just had a couple bad ones. It's okay. No biggie. Guess we won't be getting that time save in luncheon, sadly. That's okay. We can do another run after this one. See how it goes. I do actually have something I need to work on for uni. I've got a presentation I gotta give on Monday, and it's a linguistics presentation, and I don't know what I'm gonna give it on. Basically, they said, like, pick a topic and lecture the class about it. Pick something interesting, and make it good. And I'm like, shit. Well, I am booked in to do this on Monday, and I have no idea what I'm gonna lecture about. So, that's a bit scary. Uni presentations from your... Because I gotta lecture something to do with, Zilly is definitely meowing at my door. I might let her in at the next cutscene. She is a sweet lady, she doesn't deserve to be ignored. Oh, she's howling at my door. I love this room. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it before, but I love this room. Don't you dare scratch on my monitor, silly, I swear to God. She's such a disruptive influence. Give me a sec, Zooey. I shouldn't have let you in. I should have known you were only gonna disrupt my speedrun. What a cool room. Thanks. Oh wait, you mean that one? I think I meant my room. That room's not a cool room. That room's horrid. Guys wanna hear some purring? Silly. She's so cute. Alright. I've never gotten why that room's hard, but I remember struggling through it on my casual playthrough. I mean, you don't have Cappy, so the only option you have to go fast is diving. And diving, once you've divin, you have no choice as to where the dive goes. You just have to go in that direction. And also, if you hit something at on the wrong side, you will bonk. And if you bonk, when there's no floor, you will die. Big cutie, and the cat's cute too? What the heck, Liz? What the heck? Zilly is cute, aren't she? Even if you're awful. She's awful but cute. You passed your driving test today? Yo! Pog you! I haven't done that. I need to get my driver's license someday. I know how to drive. I'm a pretty good driver. I just haven't gotten my final test to get my full license. So, yeah. I'll do it eventually. Traversing without Cappy, I know it's yuck. This is the other capture that I was saying before people think is the most likely to be skipped, because it's just a wire that brings you from here to over there. So feasibly, you know, you could skip it. Yo, what's up? What's up? Nice one. Goodbye, Liz. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Really being cute completely excuses her being the worst, right? Pretty much. That's why I keep her around. If she weren't cute, yeah, we'd be in dire straits. Whoops. I am meant to damage boost there, but I'm also not much damage. When you pass, you can use a P plate, which clearly stands for poggers. You know what? You actually motivated me to get my license now. I would love to be a poggers driver. Hey dude. You're asking me for it. friend always tells me I'm part cat. Zilly is part cat, and then the other part is gremlin. Fun fact. Why? Oh, she's getting snot all over my controller. She's so gross. Why Salt Chat? What's up, MP Sad? Did you interact with the gamers this week? Oh, the gamers in the gamer club? I did not. I thought about it, but I also had an assignment to finish. So I went home and finished my assignment. I did good, though. I mean, I don't know if I did good because it hasn't been marked yet, but I think I did good. She's finally sat down. She was standing on my lap this whole time with her little pins digging into my legs. So she's sat now, which is good. A good development. I try to help Breeze. I know how much she ignores you. Sorry, what? Oh, you were repeating what Breeze said. I thought that it was strange that you sounded so much like Breeze when you said that. Classically ignoring the mods, yep. I'm distracted by this stinky thing. This hard stinky thing on my lap. She's ruining my speed run. If we lose the speed run, it's Zilly's fault. Okay, off to Bowser's Kingdom. This is the hardest kingdom, probably in the run. In fact, no, it definitely is the hardest kingdom in the run. Although it is the easiest out of the four categories, rather. It's the easiest out of the 4 categories when it comes to this kingdom. Because the other categories have worse tricks. But this one does have one trick, which is generally called Pokino. Although, when it was being discovered, I did propose the name Nokia, which I maintain was a pretty good name. But Pokino was what the community went with. I gotta go. See you later, JMK. Thanks for hanging out. Minimum catches. I wish I had a minimum cat right now. Sadly, I have maximum cat. Sag. At uni, you should hold a lecture about cat terminal velocities and how cats are almost impervious to dying from fall because they can survive falls from any height. Fascinating. Yeah, I don't know if you missed the part when I said it has to be a lecture about translation theory, but you know what? That's way better. Honestly, I reckon as long as I'm convincing enough, they'll be cool with it, right? I wish I had minimum chips. So true. I love a good minimum chips from the shop. Translation of cat from one location to another. Yeah. Maybe I'll try and translate cat. Like, when cat goes, it means cat angry. When cat goes meow, it means the cat is about to annoy you. Cool spin throw, dude. Cool. Maybe a lecture on localization of video games if translation can take so long? Yeah, I mean, we've been keeping, like, diaries throughout the semester so far for this translation course. And, I think 2 of my entries so far have been about video game translations, like how captures in English is translated to Shappy Morphos in, I gotta stop. Okay, that's fine. Honestly, I need more health. What's translation theory? Like translation, like changing something from one language to another. The theory behind that. So like, for example, you might talk about how why you pick to translate it as Shapimorphos rather than just the literal word for captures. And it's because you might want to maintain some of that, the meaning that the original version had, but in French. It's called a dynamic equivalence. But I can't lecture about that because that's what they're being taught. That's what we're being taught in class. So I'd just be lecturing on what we've already been lectured on. So I actually have to pick something that they haven't lectured us on, which is kind of challenging. But I definitely think I could talk about video games. That'd be kind of sick. Maybe I could find like a case study of a specific video game, talk about the challenges that that specific team faced. That could be cool. Definitely translating puns is quite interesting, like in the instance of captures. Benefits and drawbacks of translation software like Google Translate. That's pretty basic stuff though, 'cause it's like robot. I mean, they'll be going into AI. If you wanted to go really in depth on that, you'd be talking about AI and those sorts of resources, which isn't really about translation theory. It's like, you know, writing a thing about why you shouldn't use Google as a source. It's like, I think if you think Google Translate is good enough still, and you're taking a translation course, you might want to consider taking something else. A good example is Charizard is the American given name, but Lizardon is the original Japanese. Yeah, Pokemon's quite fascinating. In how they translate their name puns. For anyone that doesn't know, I'm allergic to cats. In case you're wondering about that. I am allergic to cats. She's leaving? She also hates me sneezing. It's sort of like a beautiful two-way street in that I'm allergic to cats, and if I sneeze, Zilly almost always leaves. So, you know, we're like... we pass each other on the street. Always going opposite directions. I own 2. Allergies? It's a weird chain of events, yeah. She just really hates me sneezing. She never like looks offended or frightened. She just sort of looks up at me with her dopey eyes and leaves. Oh, you're allergic to cats and you own 2. Got you. Yeah. I own 2 allergies. That would be pretty hype. Collecting? Is the title true? Please confirm. Yeah, it's actually true. I've made 0 mistakes so far. What's up, Near is fresh. Hello, how are you? I love spin throwing. So yeah, you might have noticed I captured a bunch of wires in this kingdom. Usually, we have to capture those, they're required captures, but that doesn't mean they're unskippable. Because in the 2-player version of the game, again, we can do Cappy teleportation, CRCs. Which means instead of taking those wires, we can teleport Cappy to the island and get the checkpoint there, and then walk to the checkpoint. The reason that I wouldn't do those runs in a showcase format is because each time you do that trick, it takes 2 or 3 minutes of just sitting there. They're not the most exciting thing to watch. So, anyway, this trick that we're doing here though, this is probably the hardest trick of the run, I would say overall. Basically, we're going to climb up a sheer wall using just pure strength of will. We're going to get up this entire wall. Rather than using a Pokio, to get up it, which is the standard way. Alright. You're 20 years old and you've made no mistakes. I know. I wouldn't want to break the streak now. It's pretty bonkers. Okay, alright. So we start by getting this ogre to push us half out of bounds. Once we're half out of bounds, we can just keep like a little bit of Mario's toes in bounds so that we keep standing on the platform. We want to do a triple jump here. And there's a bunch of invisible walls over here. We're going to be using a lot of those. Pretty much you just got to know where they are. There's no way of like knowing for sure. Just got to do the jump until you are familiar with where the invisible walls are pretty much. Oh. CRC, like the thing you mentioned in Metro? Exactly. So, you can do it to skip Sherm in Metro. You can also do it to skip the wires in Bowser's Kingdom. Funnily enough, the CRC in this kingdom actually brings you up to the top of this wall, which means you don't have to do Pokey No in 3 and 4 captures. But you have to do it in 12 and 13, because they don't have any CRCs. Yo, what's up, Echoless? Hello? I really shouldn't do that so quick. I'm gonna plug in my headphones. CRC stands for Coffee Races Cars. I don't know where you got that idea. It actually stands for Cappy Really Is a Car. If you've ever done a CRC, I'm sure you'll agree. Hi Lysel, good luck on the run. Thanks, super dumb nasty. Appreciate it. Let's see if we can get this sick jump this time. Can you do the hops, Mario? If you jump spam in this corner, you'll be brought to the middle. I need to be in the middle to line up this jump proper. So, there we go. I don't know what's going on. Yarn! American accent for 10 minutes just got redeemed. Hey chat, oh my god, hello. Sweater. I love speedrunning, oh my god. So cool. So cool. America gang, me too. I'm from California. You know what they say. I don't know what they say. I'm not, because I know very little about California. But you know what they say, and that's what matters. This is a reward, but it seems like a punishment. Yeah. Pretty much. You are the ones who have to live with this. It's not my fault. If it were up to me, I would never do this. Inside Out taught me they have broccoli on pizza, and they cut them into squares. Is San Francisco in California? Why are there so many cities in the one state? Because there's like Los Angeles, there's San Francisco, and like San Jose, I think, is there too? What the hell? And also, why do they all begin... Why are they all named in Spanish? It's almost as if it used to be part of Mexico and then was, like, taken. Alright, let's get this last jump. Oh! Let's go! Sorry, let's go! She's a gamer! Oh my god! She's so good at jumping. Just need to get past that first obstacle, and then it's no worries. Yo, she's gaming. Let's go. She's cracked. Alright. We've got it. Now we're just up to the final boss fight in this kingdom. There are no captures after, the only capture after this one is Bowser at the very end. I can technically, there are possibilities for accidental captures in this fight because he does spew out Pokeos. We just try to ignore them. And I'll try and get myself a nice, clean, birdless mech, which is what they do in any percent, because it is faster to not use Pokeos in this fight. Although they generally do slightly riskier, more complicated strats that I don't know how to do, so I do the more simplified version of the strats because they're more consistent for me. And the important thing for me is to not accidentally capture anything, because if I fall off, there's nothing I can do about that. There's nothing I can do about that. Basically, I can jump back up, but I rarely do successfully, so my priority is to stay on top of this thing. It doesn't always work, but I just try and stay on top of it. Oh my god. Why are you American? You can't ask that. For 5, a ground pound. Alright, easy clap. Let me... easy clap. Is it bad that I didn't notice Lysel was using an accent? That's crazy. Why are you white? Thank you for asking, Nier. I really appreciate that. That's really cool. We did absolutely destroy the Mecha Brutal. Very cool. The Mecha Brutal is dead. We managed to do it without falling off once, which is nice to see. And we're getting out of Bowser's Kingdom. We lost a little bit of time because my PB does have a first try Poke-No. So we did lose about 5 minutes there, but that's okay. Poke-No is difficult, and as such, I would account for about 5 minutes of attempts in any given run. That is to be expected. Not to mention, I did also die earlier on. In fact, I think that's most of the time lost, because it did only take me like 3 tries to get up, which is pretty par for the course. Imagine being American. I cannot. Because I'm from California. So. Anyway. Sweater. Imagine. Cookies. Oh my god. I love donuts, and I love specifically spelling them without an O-U-G-H. Not for any good reason, just because that's how they've always spelt it over here. What's that? You know, London is my city. Because Americans don't have time for all those letters. That's so true. When I'm writing color and my finger like gently caresses over the U letter and doesn't press it down, every time I do that, I save energy. You could say I'm somewhat efficient. Nuts. D-nuts? I won't say it. I won't. Is 10 minutes over yet? Please tell me it is. How was the 4th of July this year? As an American, I do celebrate the 4th of July. I particularly like celebrating our country by making loud explosion noises that trigger a variety of people, including our veterans. That's how I like to celebrate the pride of my country. 3 more minutes. Jesus Christ. Cool. I love that. I'm the only person who can't do mooncave skip. It's not too bad once you figure it out. Once you figure it out, it's okay. There's probably, if you're really struggling, you can't get it all. It's probably just a matter of stringing all the inputs together, which can be quite complicated because there's quite a few inputs to all put together, especially if you're new to speedrunning. Either that or there's one crucial step you're missing. Like, for me, I really struggled to not move forward as I ground pounded, because you're meant to ground pound, get right to the peak of that jump, throw out Cappy, and then move forward. If you move forward at any point before that, you're going to be losing height, or you're going to just completely fuck up the jump. Aluminum. Technically, I can diss aluminum because it is actually more correct than aluminium. Basically, people started saying aluminium because of, like, all of the other words that are shaped that way that are like elements. Like, you know, uranium and stuff. But aluminum is the original, so I can't diss that. Thanks for those American tips. I'm always good at giving American tips. I'm just gonna say everything without the letter U. It's a bit rough that there was only one letter U in that sentence, hey. My lecturer used aluminum and all us New Zealanders were so confused. What's this aluminum you're talking about? Is your lecturer American or just, like, pragmatic? It's aluminium in French? Yeah, both French and UK are kind of low-key wrong. I mean, they're not like wrong. Language evolves and changes. If people start saying aluminium, that's the new name for the thing. It doesn't really matter what it was previously. That's not how language works. Language doesn't care what came first. Language is purely based on usage, which is why when people say like, hey, it's not, can you go to the bathroom? It's may you go to the bathroom because you, like, physically can. You're asking if you're allowed to. You know, when people say stuff like that, that's dumb, because words are based on usage, and can I go to the bathroom is not wrong if it's what everybody says. Because language evolves. Language doesn't stay the same. Just because something existed in the 18th century doesn't mean it's more correct than something that exists now. And that goes for any new words, any new vernacular, any new usage. Just because it's new doesn't mean it's wrong. All words are made up, yeah. Although artificially made up words are probably dumber than ones that are like naturally made up. I find like when people are like, oh, did you know that a group of crows is called a murder? That is very literally made up, and that one person just wrote a list of words that sounded funny and thought they would go together well. Like, that wasn't naturally formed. People didn't start calling them that because they felt it seemed right. Some singular person thought that would be funny. Same with, like, you know, the fear of palindromes is phobia and then phobia backwards. It's kind of dumb. It's been 10 minutes, thank God. Thank God. Eeky deeky. Once in my primary school, somebody said, can I have a toilet? Nice. So there's my little rant about language usage. Hope you guys enjoyed that. In American too. In American stop now, I have stopped, don't worry about it. We're free, don't worry. It's okay. We're safe now. Nobody believes in me and you. Can anybody understand her? What language is she speaking now? That's so weird. Yeah, sorry, this isn't an English speaking stream anymore. Oh, the cat's at the door. I'll let her out afterwards. No, she's at the window. I mistook. Oh, I did mistake a. I may have mistaken a pile of fabric for my cat. I'm gonna tell her that. Can you do a New Zealand accent? Some days they just talk normal until just like one word and then it clicks, you know. Some days I can't get out of bed. Until I've had my fish and chips. Oh, I didn't split. That's funny. Got distracted by New Zealand. Like Wisconsin to America? Mm-hmm. Do you love our diphthongs? It's pretty much the same as Australia, just like bit. Or like just the fact that they say things like sweet is, you know? Sweet is. And stuff like that. Alright. Oh, that's a run. Oh boy, that's a run. We're gonna do another one, I guess. Probably good to practice. 136.25. I feel like that's okay. It was behind, but it happens. Valid. Well, because I'm running this on the unpatched version of the game, technically no, but we didn't do anything wrong. There were no accidental captures, nothing like that. You know, like gender usage? What the fuck did I read that as gender? What? You know, like gender usage in Germany it's so bad because they're trying to change the base language just to make it better. Are you talking about people who are trying to create words in order to facilitate transgender people? You must struggle so to have to use new words to accommodate people who can't change their identities for you. Alright, let's start a new run. Let's start a new run. Well, bedtime, have fun, good luck for the next run. Alright, see you later. You're out, you're off to bed as well, Alec. Have a good one, have a good sleep. Anybody's gotta go to bed, that's all good. Have a good sleep. The cat actually doesn't want to leave, she's just sitting at the window, so I'll leave her. We being transphobic? Finally, dude. Yeah. Trying to be gender neutral in French is so awkward. Yeah, there's a lot of languages where gender is such an intrinsic part of the language that it's difficult, but I don't think you're the one that should be complaining. To be honest. Alright, massive 20-minute PB. Yep. All of the mistakes we made last run, they're gonna just vanish. Lost in the wind. How to differentiate pronunciation for how you pronounced it, but it's impossible. What did I say? Pronunciation instead of pronunciation? I do that. Yo, look at this. I keep running freaking. Look at that. I haven't reset in so long. Oh, gender versus gender. Yes. Well, you could say gender with a G versus gender with a J. Do you have a Discord server? I sure do. Exclamation mark Discord. You're welcome to join. Okay, let's get going. Talking to asterisk. Talking to non-binary people in Spanish is something not even us native speakers know how to solve. Yeah, but hey, language evolves, and if it becomes more important in the culture, words will be created for it. You know, think about it. All the new things that have come along, there might not have been linguistic precedents for those things to exist, but if things get used, they become part of language. So, it's snowing! Yo, chat's snowing. That's so cute. Aww, it's adorable. Alright, let's see if we can get a slightly better run this time. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, let's game. Let us game. Am I gonna just say the same things that I said last run again, just in case it's a better run? I think I'll explain things if it sounds interesting, but otherwise I'll leave it. Yo! Thanks for the host, Aiden. I appreciate it. Creating new terminology to account for the identities of other people is good, actually, even if mildly convenient. Every language is a living organism that needs to grow to suit the environment. I mean, it doesn't need to do anything. That's the thing. No language... If a language requires new linguistic things to be added, they will be added. That's just kind of how it works, you know? If people start using language in a certain way, the language will evolve to meet that. We don't need to, like, lock up language, tie it into a chair, and say, change, you know? It'll do it itself. If we start using that language, it'll become natural. It's about the time of year for snow. Yo. The French use that approach for doing use that approach. All languages use that approach. Every language ever has only ever become a language because of natural variation and change over time. As new concepts are added, old concepts are removed. Please. Okay, this is the first skip the run frog skip. It is slightly difficult. Sometimes it takes me a couple tries. Thankfully the reset is quick. I shouldn't be losing height. You have to basically do a triple jump, which is the tallest type of jump in the game. And then right at the peak of that jump, you need to get a hop. And from that hop, you need to get a bigger hop. And then dive onto the platform. And if you screw up any of those steps, you don't get up. English evolves over time. You can't really pinpoint in what ways because of how slowly language evolution is. It's slow, but like over matters of decades, so faster than most evolution. But yeah, you don't quite know what's gonna stay and what's not until it happens, right? That's the thing. It's not that slow, it's just that you can't say what is happening at the time until after it happens. You know, I can't tell you whether speed run, sped run, any of those, I can't tell you what's going to be the standard form until it becomes the standard form. Why did he only turn into 2 hats there? That was weird, right? If you spam jump there, you can get a teeny tiny jump, which saves you like a fraction of a second, because you're closer to the pole, which is fun. Invalid? Why would it be invalid? We're good. This is one of the first required captures of the run. It's pretty unlikely to ever be skipped, but... Ooh, that was slow. Don't worry, reset. Might have been too close to the wall. Oh, I might reset. There's no use starting off a run with a plus 49. That's rough. Alright. Let's try that again. Take 2. Hey, little dude. Hi. Is she going to the door or is she going... She's going to the door. I'll let her out. Little bean. Say goodbye to chat first, okay? And then I'll let you out. Oh, hey, big fluff. Hey, big fluff. Do you have anything to say to chat? No? I didn't think so. She is gone. Farewell, sweet silly. Farewell. That does make it sound like she died, but... Yo! Omelette hit. Thank you so much for the freaking array with the party of 2. Welcome in. Hope you had a good stream. Alright, we're starting a new run. And I started my timer a little late, but that's okay. That's just time save. Starting your timer late, that's just time save, baby. Hope you had a good stream. What were you up to? What were you doing? Nipple percent? Yo! Love that. Nipple percent's a fun category, one of the shortest. I think there are shorter ones, but they're like weird post-game ones, like all rabbits and stuff. I don't know anybody who runs the post-game categories. I know people do, because there's names on the leaderboard. But I've never met another human who runs those. New Game Plus? There's not really an... I guess so, yeah. The post-game ones? New Game Plus. There's no, like, New Game Plus in this game. Is that? What do you mean? Okay. We did go under the bridge, which is just fun. Doesn't really change anything. Doesn't lose us much time. Nipple percent, yo! Yeah. Well, look. Nipple percent is an SMO category. I can't change that. That's not my fault. Alright, give me a triple jump. Whatever. One of these days, I'll get it first try. Wouldn't that be crazy? One of these days. One of these days. Okay, look at this though. Damn it. I hate it here. Is the language French because you don't do the frog? Wait, that joke doesn't work. Yeah, it would be the other way around. Okay. Try it again. I'd rather bash my head into a wall 16 times than become a frog. I feel that. Man, so true. So true. This time? Oh boy, we're gonna get a first try. It's gonna be crazy. It's not even a reset point. I don't even know why I'm failing that. Oh, I started early this time, which means we're going to be losing time. That's not optimal. It's definitely your fault. Excuse me. That's not how speedrunning works. We blame everything other than ourselves. I'm pretty sure it's the controller. And actually, that's a glitch I've never seen before. This has literally never happened before today. Never failed that before today. I literally don't know why. Super Mario Odyssey is just kind of a glitchy game. You know? So it's probably Joy-Con drift. And actually my A button's kind of been sticking. Sorry. I do love clean movement at the start though. It's the haunted controller's fault? That's true actually, it could well be. That seems quite likely. I need a gamer chair? That's true, I only have an office chair. It's not even shaped like a race car driver's chair. How can I go fast if I'm not in a chair that looks like it's from a race car? Riddle me that. I think I'm letting myself get enough height when I do that spin too quickly. I think that's the issue. Yeah, that's definitely higher. Okay. Noted. Come on. Literally speedrun 101. It's also why I'm not getting frog skip. It must be. If I had a proper chair, I would be getting frog skip literally every time. Today's just not my day. It's just not my day, you know? I get a feeling it's not my day. Coffee time? I help? Thank you for the help. It might be time for coffee. Perhaps? Okay, just chill. I don't know what's going on. I've speedrun this game for like 2 years now. Frog skip was the first trick I ever learnt. I live in pain. Coffee is for schmucks like my mum. Specifically, your mum is the one that drinks coffee. The only other person other than me. Me and your mum. Just as it always is, but also in coffee. Please. I can't stay here. I've fallen so far that I'm making your mum jokes. Alright. She's American, so coffee is way of life for her. Oh yes. Famously, the Americans invented coffee. I don't know even who Italy is. Espresso is an American word. I don't know if you've noticed. It's crazy that Americans think that coffee is an American thing, when American coffee tastes like dog water. It tastes so bad. Italians would weep at Starbucks. Italians probably do weep at Starbucks. Americans drink a lot of it. I think Italians drink more, I'm gonna be real. They drink a lot of coffee here. Because American coffee sucks? No, if you don't like American coffee, if you don't like sweet milk, you're probably not gonna fare any better with any other country's coffee. America's coffee is mostly sweet milk. Although admittedly the flavor behind it can be kind of gross as compared to like sort of creamy and nice like real coffee is. But yeah, if you don't like American coffee, you're probably not gonna have any luck with any other kind of coffee. Quantity over quality is America's catchphrase. So true. Please. I once had coffee at my grandma's house, not in America, and it was better for sure. Yeah, it's definitely different. I don't know, I've had Starbucks before, and it just tastes like sweet milk with like a weird undertone. Mostly. Which is fine, I love sweet milk as much as the next guy, don't get me wrong. But it's not really like coffee. I'm gonna get this 3 times in a row and then we'll move on. Damn. Oh, I can't get coffee well out because I make the best coffee and everywhere else's sucks. I kind of feel that. I usually just drink coffee at home, but coffees at like cafes aren't that good. I don't know why it is, but when I'm out, I always get like chai or hot chocolate. But when I'm at home, I always make coffee. It's not like I don't have hot chocolate powder or chai powder. They just taste different when I get them from a store, you know? First try? When I lived in Australia as a kid, everything was a lot less sweet. Oh yeah, yeah, no. Things in American things are super sweet. I made a whole video about that. Even your chips are sweet. It's weird. Like I was eating Funyuns, and my main comment was, "Why are they sweet?" Don't get me wrong, they're salty too, but like, why are they so sweet? It's weird.
People happy 15 months.
Yo, my god! 15 months? That's nutty. I'm having a bad frog skip day, so I'm practicing it a couple times. Thank you for freaking 15 months. Do you know 15 months is 1.25? Sorry. Try that again. Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? Okay, let me try that again. You know, 15 months is 12.5% of a year? Mudkip, did you... Muckdip? Guys, don't say muckdip backwards, it's a trap. You can buy a jar of coffee for the price of a Starbucks though. It's true. A jar of coffee? I guess you could get it in a jar. Yo. Frog skip looks hard. It took me a long time to learn. When I first learned it, it should not have been the first trick I tried to learn because it's so movement based. Like a lot of it is timing, knowing how to get the highest jumps. And it should not have been the first trick I learned, which is why it took me like 3 months. Although admittedly I was trying it like once a week. So. Jar of coffee beans. I guess I just buy them in a bag. Never thought about it before. Frog skip is free. I usually don't mess it up. Genuinely, I feel like I haven't messed it up in a run much until today. So that's why I'm practicing it, because I was briefly cursed. And when you get cursed, you gotta break that curse, you know? You don't want to get stuck cursed forever. So we practice. Okay, no, I didn't grab the wall. I'm so bad at frog skip now, I don't know why. Sometimes you just get cursed, you know? That's why you gotta uncurse yourself. You can't forget to uncurse yourself, otherwise you might stay cursed forever. That's what Mimi Ma taught me. Damn. I did the game with 4 caps, didn't record anything though. That's pretty impressive. Do you know how to do CRCs then? I hear kissing frogs is usually involved in breaking frog curses. That's true. Just give a little... Come here. Little smooch. Get a frame maybe when he's just smooching the frog. I want him to... Come on, dude. Oh, he looks like he's about to go in for the smooch. Oh, he's going in for the smooch, that's for sure. Oh, he's definitely going in for the smooch. Oh, I meant to press the capture button. Oh no, Mincaps is dead. She got an extra capture. I just do this easy CRC. Yo, Cascade CRC. Cascade CRC kind of goated. Polka? 4 IW took forever? Yeah, that one's rough. Gave up on Peach. Mario wants a frog prince. I don't think Peach was ever really an option, let's be honest. Mario was never getting some. It's Frog or nothing. Or maybe Bowser. It's gonna be the thing where, you know, they're like, oh, we both like the same girl. We hang out together. And then we start, like, bemoaning about the fact that she doesn't like us back. And then they end up falling in love, you know? Like rivals to friends to lovers sort of situation. That's pretty likely. In the Middle by Dirty? That one's about a threesome, isn't it? Or am I thinking of a different one? Yeah, no, that one's a threesome. Different situation, but... Mario's gonna cheat on the frog with Bowser, I'm calling it. I'm calling it now. Maybe that's what Peach has been waiting for, you know? She wants the pot a little bit sweeter. So she's gonna let Bowser and Mario get together and bond over their rejection. And then she's gonna go in, you know, and be like, you. About bros getting along and ignoring the girl. Is it about bros? I always interpreted it as a girl and a guy and another girl. Dirty and then a girl and a guy. I've never done 13 caps. Do you have to nut jump? Nope. 12 caps you do, 13 caps you do not. Oh, it's clutch. I'll be in the middle, you two get along. Yeah, I mean, it's not really about them ignoring her. It's about her being like, you like this person, I like you, you like them. Let's do this all together, all at once. It's like her putting them all together, like a matchmaker for a threesome. More so than you two, yeah. She's gonna lead the one by saying she's not interested in either of them, so she can fuck them both. Wait, what? Oh, Peach. Oh, Peach. Yes, Peach. Sorry, I think I meant Dirty. Yes, that's what Peach is gonna do. Peach is kind of manipulative. So true. I am, Ray. I want to get it 3 times in a row. I may have already gotten it 3 times in a row. I haven't been paying attention. That was definitely 3 times in a row. Where does Luigi fit into this, though? I don't think Luigi should fit into this. That would be kind of like... maybe in, like, Alabama, but... otherwise, not so much. Okay. I got it thrice in a row. Let's do a run. Let's go. Just a little bit of practice. Oh, coffee time! I forgot about coffee time. Alright, coffee time real quick. Real quick, coffee time. Animal Crossing music's back. Pause champ. I'm gonna be right back. Gun? Doing another gun? What? Okay, just a sec. take too long. How you guys doing? Nia has damage tattooed on her forehead. Let's go. Coffee reveal. Pause champ. Pog champ. Insane. She's got coffee. What's with this? So funny, Lysol sad. Lamau, Lysol sad. That almost has exactly the same energy as the Omega lol that turns and it's a Sag underneath. Lamau. Sad. Alright, chat. I'm back. She's got coffee. Flushed. Flushed. I think I have a sticker in my blanket. It says made in China. Pog. Okay, let's go. Let's go, chat. They removed Omega, I guess, from the Ant Colony Discord. They did? What? That's so tragic. What did they do that for? Okay. Let's get ready to speedrun. Alright, I paused the music this time as well. You proud of me, chat? Ooh, alright, this time we're gonna go max focus. I'm gonna get a sick PB. It's gonna be absolutely filthy. Beach Flies, thanks for the follow. Speedrunning, I'm proud of you? Hell yeah. I'm proud of me too. I can't believe she's speedrunning. It's crazy. Emotes don't exist on mobile. Maybe I have to update. But also, I probably haven't seen them on mobile either. A lot of things don't exist on mobile. We don't talk about this run. I'm gonna go listen to the U2 live aid set. I'll be right back. U2 live? U2 is alive? That's crazy. And they're doing a set for AIDS? Or like, not that. I can't tell if that's a noun or an acronym. You're shooting for PB? Nah, world record, that's goal. Yep, I'm sure I can beat Tyrone, any % world record holder, one of like 5 people to have a time underneath 58 minutes. Yeah, I'm sure I can beat him. If U2 is alive, where did the book killing Bono come from? That's a good fucking question, isn't it? Live was a show from the 80s. Oh, that makes sense. I thought you meant just they were actually live. Live on twitch.tv. Bono's back. Comeback stream. Hype. Live Aid. Live Aid was a show. Okay, so it's not about AIDS either. That's okay. I've definitely misunderstood all the words in the sentence. Let's get a sick jump. I think it was like a fundraiser or something. Oh. That was weird. You see how he like bonked inside the wall a little bit? Kind of fun and funky. Well, it's fine. We get a second try. That's what practice gets you, ladies and gentlemen. For still failing, but slightly less often. That's what we call improvement. That's character development right there. I'm gonna go left. I'm doing it. Fuck. You can't stop me. Wait, chat, you can't stop me. Don't try. Don't even try to stop me, chat. Chat, I won't hear it. I'm not listening. Chat, I'm turning off my... I'm closing chat. Chat, I'm closing chat. Fuck. Okay. Chat, I won't hear it. Don't say anything. I'm not listening. Bringing Christmas to Africa? Isn't that a Yogscast song? What even was that song? There was a Yogscast song about that. What was it even called? It's been so long. I can't even think. Alright. It's been an up cap throw when you're in the air. I think it's an up cap throw when you're in the air. Oh. Is that why I never get it? I thought you could just do it normally. It's a band-aid. Can you spin pound quickly at the start? Do it in the cutscene. I cannot believe that I've been speedrunning this game for over like 700 hours. And I never knew the first thing that's mentioned in like every movement guide ever. I'm so glad a chatter took that upon themselves to tell me, otherwise I may never have known. Thank you. You saved me. First try. Live Aid is the British charity Christmas event. Those singers to raise money for Africa. Made some bangers, to be fair. Damn. I wonder what that Yogscast song was called. Now I gotta know. One they like equate Africa to the Nether and call them like piglins, which is admittedly weird. What was that song? Lysa W. Sounds worse when I say it out loud. I don't remember it being controversial. Yogscast, Christmas, Pigman song. What was it called? Does Santa Claus, that's right. Does Santa Claus visit zombie pigman kids in the Nether in Minecraft at Christmas time? Oh man, that's what it was called. How did their reindeer manage to fly in a world coming back with oh so high? It's super weird, champ. I think it was meant to be heartwarming. Like an equivalence. But it is, I don't know. I don't think it was particularly weird, champ. I think anybody got mad about it. I don't know. It wasn't specifically equating Africa to the Nether. It was simply saying that everyone deserves Christmas. Typical evangelicalism, you know what I'm saying? I think they prefer like safe shelter and food, or whatever. Anyway. Still a weird champ in my heart. Yeah, I don't remember the song being that bad, but I haven't listened to it in a long time. Maybe it'd be worse in retrospect. Please, let me in. Wall? Can I like go through you? Please? I'm asking nice. The Yogscast one or the Band-Aid one? The Yogscast one. I don't think the Band-Aid one has Minecraft in it. Oh, kidding me. But I could be wrong, because I've never heard it before. It could be wrong. Christmas Eve, and the snow's coming down. Thanks, Christmas song. It's time around. When you're lying down, starting with bed. Spend the thought for some others in the season instead. Christmas is great, but in our time of plenty, with all these gifts I still feel empty. He brings cheer to those in fear. Won't anyone think of the children here? The sun. Can't believe I still remember all the words to that song. That's the Yogscast for you. I fucking love the Yogscast so much. I met the Yogscast in like 2014 with my friend, but I didn't know who they were, and the look they gave me when I said I didn't want a picture because I didn't know them. They were shocked. That's funny. Man, I would have given anything to meet the Yogscast back then. I can believe... Asmin Cap's dead. A rare death. Usually, that's a pretty rare one. If she does knock you out of that, that is Mincap's dead. Slightly unusual, and that's a shiny, accidental capture. Whew. I am a Minecraft parody nerd, specifically Yogscast ones, though. There's like maybe 1 or 2 songs that I don't know all the words to. There was this weird one about leprechauns versus dwarves, which I think was meant to be some sort of like Irish versus Scottish equivalent. But yeah, I never learned the words to that one. But it wasn't a Minecraft parody, to be fair, so. Fave Yogscast parody? Wait, that one is your favorite, or are you asking what my favorite is? I don't know what my favorite would be. I really like Minecraft Christmas. That's a classic. It's like, you know, it was during the peak of my Yogscast adoration. It's also a banger. And also, the Moves Like Jagger parody is really good too. Screw the Nether. It's a classic. But I don't know. I'd say those two. Probably. Oh my god, but hey yeah yeah yeah. Honeydew yeah yeah. Oh my god, that was also hilarious. That was fantastic. I enjoyed that one very much. All of these songs I could definitely sing from start to finish. I'll tell you what never left my brain was Russian Dancing Man. Russian Dancing Man? That one's so iconic. Russian Dancing Man or Honeydew Yeah Yeah? What's Russian Dancing Man? This makes me think of All Rise for That Love. That's a classic. That's not a classic. That's a rare one, I feel like. All Rise for That Love is a slightly forgettable Yogscast parody, but I remember. I used to have an All Rise for Dat Love poster on my wall, but I had too many Yogscast posters, so I replaced a few. All right, that's a good Cap Kingdom. We'll take that. We're gonna be ahead. I think. Yeah. I cried the other day when I found out that Revenge was 10 years old. I lived that when it came out. Are you older than 10? If so, I don't, that probably shouldn't be surprising. But I get what you mean. A decade is a long time. You know what's weird? I'm about to come up to my 30-month sub for Small Ant. And 30 months? Well, that right there is a quarter of a decade. That's pretty crazy. Doesn't feel like it's been a quarter of a decade that I've been a big fan of Small Ant, but hey. 30 months. I know, right? Avatar: The Last Airbender is almost 20. That doesn't seem right. I hate it. When I turned 20, my friend said, "Welcome to the third decade of your life." I had a crisis. Yeah, I guess so. I guess it is the third decade. Isn't that what I kept saying when I turned 20? As a joke. I kept saying that I'm now in my third decade, just to confuse people. I have lived through 2 decades. But in the grand scheme of long-term, geological periods, all we are is dust on the wind. Slip away. It being 20 years old is actually pretty crazy. That's brilliant. I still don't have the emotional stability to watch Legend of Korra. Yeah, I found out literally yesterday that my sister hasn't watched Legend of Korra. I had no idea. She said like, oh yeah, it just didn't catch me. That's crazy to me. Can't say I'm nostalgic for? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like when you're 17, you are nostalgic for your childhood and things that happened then, even though they were only like 8 years ago. If you say you're nostalgic for stuff that like happened 6 years ago, I feel like that's a bit just like not that long ago. It's like when people say, when somebody who's like 15 listens to music from the 80s and say, I was nostalgic for a time where I was never born. And I'm like, that's not nostalgia. That's just listening to old-fashioned music and feeling like you're listening to old-fashioned music. That's not nostalgia. You can't have nostalgia for something. Just pain. That's, you hate to hear it. You hate to hear it, right? Just like season 2. Is that the one with the ice stuff? And the, like, yeah, that was a weird one. I'm nostalgic for living in Australia and not the nut house I live in now. Yeah, is it nostalgia or is it just wistful? I don't know at what point something becomes nostalgia. Because you could say I leave to go on camp and I become nostalgic for home, even though it's only been like 2 weeks. At what point does it change over? Is it not possible to skip this fight? Not in one player. Individuality complex? Everybody. Sorry, that's really funny. Everybody has that. You sure you're over it? I believe nostalgia changes after maybe a few years. Yeah, probably that's about the barrier, but I think the older you get, the higher your barrier is for it. Savage? I just mean literally from the word said. to say that a teenager has an individuality complex, as if every teenager ever hasn't had that. It's been 5 years since I moved to America, so I can officially call my Australian citizenship nostalgic. Fair enough. We're all individuals. I'm not. I think that's a Monty Python reference. The runs aren't super hot today. They're not piping hot. I think I might just cut down that first one, send it through. It wasn't the most consistent run, but it's probably an accurate representation of how most of my runs go. So I'll just send it through. We'll see what happens. They might not accept it. Be fine. I hate it here. What's my PB? It's on the screen. It is a 1:27:23. Let's go have some fun. It's fun time, chat. We're gonna go have some fun. This was a run. It was. Okay, we get this checkpoint. Alright, it's time for some fun. Thank you for the host, Jersey? What's up, Jersey? Thank you for the host. Fun time? Wide Lizel happy? Alright. Look at this. Absolutely. Holy shit. She might not be good at any other tricks today, but oh my god, she is cracked at IP clip. Fast clip? Insane. Very cool. I can't believe I killed all of those bills. I'ma clip that. That was pretty nuts. It would be, you can make a fast clip of my fast clip. Oh, we don't really need that moon over there. I'm not gonna get it. Tch, yuck. Who needs moons? Disgusting. Could not be me. If you're fast, you can get that cycle. I'm not. I also don't need the moon, so. They call me, the C in Lysel, stands not only for speedy, I don't need that either, not only for speedy, but also for clip. And then the L stands for fast. The L stands for all the L's that I never take, because I'm Zoom. Clutcher, that's what the L also stands for. That's the little and little clutcher. Is have fun just world peace? No, you'll see. We're having fun. World peace is but the beginning. It's fun time. Bionk. I just struggled through a short Mario Maker course that managed to take 15 minutes due to lag. That's rough. Yeah. 15 minutes due to lag. Ooh. Are you doing a multiplayer? Or... Multiplayer Mario Maker sounds rough. But people did that, didn't they? I forgot about that. Man, Mario Maker. That was like such a big thing for a time. I forgot people did like they wanted to get like basically diamond rank in Mario Maker. Man, I almost forgot that happened. That's crazy. So I remember Sylvie used to do that all the time. And then he became a Minecraft speedrunner. And it never stopped. Was it Minecraft directly after Mario Maker? No. There was definitely a gap. What did he do in the middle? Among Us. Among Us, that's what he did. He did Among Us. Mario Maker multiplayer appears to be a nightmare? Yeah, it does. I don't know how Silver stomached it for so long. Stomached it long enough to become freaking diamond rank or whatever the hell. Yeah, Murgus. He is a sussy-wussy baka. He is. Alright, that's our split for Sand Kingdom. Oh, it's gay. I can't let that stand. I love it when I make sentence, and then we hear them out of context. I love that. Okay. Je endure. I'm gonna need new batteries for this, because the last batteries were cursed, so give me a minute to go get some batteries. I will be back in just a second. Unless I have some in my drawer? I don't think I do. Okay, just a moment. Alright, chat. I've returned. There's an imposter among us. Oh my god. Okay, chat, if you've never been here for a CRC before, you're not gonna believe what you're about to CRC. Oh, shit. Okay. We are doing a horrible love child of 13 and 3 caps. With an accidental capture in there, just for good measure. This is what we're actually going to be doing tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to be doing, 3 caps for realsies. So if you're hyped to see it, we'll be doing a full run. Let me open up Discord. Okay, here we go. Beats and... Co-op's cute, but you can't beat anybody else, and as such, it doesn't give you the feeling of supremacy that gamers need. What's up? Web cheating. This is my favorite part of this trick. Hell yeah. We gotta be pshing for about 2 minutes. Funnily enough, Rach, that's how I approach friendships. Beating each other. Let's go. You can beat your insecurities in a co-op. Exactly. Because maybe you're a loser in every aspect of life. End of sentence. I'm gonna drop us some sick bars. Oh yeah. Who's rapping? Dervikeen. Dragons, I'm not overkeen. I'll slice them like a knife, slicing right through an aubergine. My dragon shout flow is sweeter than a soda stream. You won't believe your eyes, I'm like an overload of dopamine. A broadsword in one hand and a magic spell in the other. I'm the last of the Dragonborn. There's no mother. Okay, there we go. Alright. This is actually good. It's like 3 times as fast as that usually, so a little bit slow, but there's a chance I can make this work. Nope. Nope. I pressed the wrong button. I panicked. I was genuinely impressive. It gets faster. I think there's only 2 raps I know, and it's that one, and probably like the Linkin Park one or one of those. Like the in the end. I think I know the rap from that. One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I deny the rhyme. No. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself how I tried so hard, despite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property, remembering all the times you fought with me. I'm surprised it got so far. Things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me in the end. I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What I meant to be will eventually be a memory of the time I tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fight to lose it all. In the end, it doesn't even matter. Me when I capture something on accident in a mid-caps run. Look at me, you take your revenge. That's what I'm gonna do. Hey, that's one rap that I don't actually know, but I probably should. It's the revenge rap. I miss Linkin Park. Wait, what happened to him? I'm 99% sure I missed a bunch of these because I was too busy rapping. Chester died? Rip. Musicians do that a lot. Okay, I did an extra 3. This time, I'm ready to pause. Alright, we go again. Oh, we go again. This is the beauty of CRCs. This is why I decided not to do it for a showcase run. You wonder why. They can't really help it? Yeah. Try shake the win. I don't know what the shake the win on this one is. Did the Yogscast ever do raps? Oh, there was Dan Bull, the same person who did the Skyrim rap, once did a Yogscast rap. And it was, all I remember was him, it was interesting. It was very interesting. It kind of had the feeling of like just a cool rapping nerd invading their office, wearing like pixel sunglasses, and everybody was just terribly, uncomfortable. It was an interesting video. Instead of pressing Y again, just crouch and shake. Shake to wins generally have a different setup. I do shake to win for some of the Bowser ones, but I usually do non-shake to win for this one. I do know what it is. I just meant I don't know it. Not on this CRC? Really? Surely it changes something. Otherwise, why would they get you to do I wish mosquitoes didn't exist. So true. The movement is tight. I probably don't need that, do I? No. I'm being scammed, dude. It doesn't usually take me this many tries to get the... It's not like I'm even messing up the movement afterwards, it's just messing up the return cancel. Having fun not making mistakes yet? Yeah, actually it's kind of rad. No mistakes, let's go. I live in a wet climate, so there's like 1 billion of them. Ugh, gross. Not only do you have to live in a wet climate, you also have to live with mosquitoes. That sounds like the worst timeline. I live in South Australia where we don't have water. Ever. Which means we have fewer mosquitoes. So a win-win, you could say. Except for the dehydration and lack of crops and stuff. Destruction of the fragile ecosystems surrounding waterways in South Australia because they get used up for farming and stuff like that, and then they get bought up by companies outside of Australia, and then the water gets owned by non-Australian companies who can't even be used for Australian farmers. The farmers it is used for all grow fucking cotton. And then you have towns like Wilcannia that live on the river and there's no water in the river, so there was like no water in the town of Wilcannia for like 6 months. The government said they'd help and they didn't, so people actually had to bring water balls to the people of Wilcannia. They have a life expectancy of 38. In Australia, an actual life expectancy of 38. Anyway, not having much water is cool because we don't get mosquitoes. Alright. Why? Every time. Stop. I'm mad. I can't believe this. What do you mean? I just want to get the CLC. I don't even want to do a run. I was just trying to do it for the meme. I'm not crouching. Wait, I wasn't crouching? I was crouching the other times, surely. Surely. Was I not? That would be so tragic. My brain today, dude. I couldn't even have frog skip. I wasn't crouching. I'm so sad. Didn't even notice. Didn't even notice. Well, we're getting it out of the way. We're still making mistakes, but we're making planned delays in the success of what we're looking to do. And we're getting them out of the way for 3 caps tomorrow, right? Because tomorrow, all of our delays in success mean that we're just going to have completely on-time success all of tomorrow. I can promise you that. I'm new to the stream. I came from YouTube. Yo, that's so sick. Upcoming Glory. Welcome in. We're just doing a CRC. Cappy return. Cancel. Just a quick little CRC for the fans. I've never actually messed one up before. Not even once. It's kind of crazy. You could call me Red Slay. In fact, just call me Your Majesty, if you want. This is just mistakes in a meme run. It's not a mistake, it's a delay in success. Okay. Okay, well that time it was my fault. I was crouching. I was actually crouching, okay? Yes, this one's the hardest. It's rough. It is definitely rough. Yeah, I have done it before though, so I appreciate it being pointed out that I wasn't crouching because that wasn't a lack of knowledge, just a lack of brain. However, I don't need tuition. Do you be vibing? Hell yeah. I've done a ton of CSEs. Yeah, well, so have I. I should learn more raps specifically so that I can spit bars while I'm going to CRCs. Remember me? I do love saying remember me out loud. Remember me? How to get into 3 caps mindset during a 12 caps run? Oh yeah, that's the only reason I'm failing it. Definitely. Remember? No. It was definitely better before. What's up, Holly, though? It looks hard. It's rough. I wouldn't say it's the hardest trick I've ever done. As long as you do it right, you succeed, you know? It's not like, it doesn't have a huge amount of timing involved, just a little bit. But it's not like quick succession stuff. You can take breaks at any point during it, you know? Gather yourself. Nice! Okay, I gotta not mess up the rest of it. What? I love my dive input being dropped. Cappy really be staying out there, hey? Come back. He's back. Cappy's back. Yeah, it is timing, but I feel like for something like Snowdram, for example, or Pokino, there's a lot of stuff where you can't really pause in the middle. It's like timing is in like, you know, input, 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 and if any of those are like badly timed, you'll screw up the jump. So in that way, I find personally CRCs less stressful and less difficult. They are way more annoying though, don't get me wrong. They're literally the worst. I hate CRCs. Because every time you screw one up, you have to wait like 2 minutes before you can try it again. Once you teleport, it's easy. Wow, you're telling me. As I mentioned before, I've never done this before. The Boom Boom Bang, it really is. It's a banger. Somebody should definitely make a song made from like all of the various beats. Like there's this one, but there's also the nut clip beat. There's of course the nut jump noise, like the, you know, the hoo hoo ha hoo hoo ha hoo hoo ha. Why are we doing Metro CSE? Literally no reason. You could call it practice, I guess. We're doing this run properly tomorrow, so you could call it practice for that. Hello. You didn't answer the question. Do you remember them? Remember? I did say hello. Super Mario Odyssey remix with just the beats and the noises from the nut jumps and DLCs. It'd be so cool. It'd be so good. I'm good, Holly. How are you doing? I am well. I don't think I have too much to report on. I gotta figure out what I'm doing for my linguistics assignment. I'm probably gonna sit around and do nothing all afternoon because I don't know what I'm doing for the project and not work on it. That seems like what I'm gonna do. I have a couple ideas, but they're not like fully fledged out. I could do like something about translating old documents because I think that's interesting. Like documents that are originally written in another language, like historical ones. But I don't know. I don't know. What's my major? My major is ecology and linguistics. I'm doing a double degree. So this is part of linguistics, of course. They said for translation you don't need to be fluent in another language, but they didn't mention how much it would have helped. I just want to get it once. Just once. Just once. Film an English double pog? What's my favorite body of water to pass time for the next CRC? My favorite body of water. I think in terms of types of bodies of water, I'm a big fan of rivers. I think they're great. Lots of things grow on them. They're nice and fresh and cool. They have lots of birds and stuff. They're not stinky and stagnant like some lakes and wetlands can be. They're quite nice overall, I'd say. So I think rivers are probably the nicest type of body of water. Specific bodies of water? I don't know. The thing is again, we don't really have that many bodies of water in South Australia. So I could pick a South Australian body of water, but I could not guarantee you that it's actually any good. You like puddles? Interesting. I think puddles are sad because you're walking and you're thinking, man, this day's going great. I love the fact that my feet aren't wet. And then you're walking and then you step in a puddle on accident and then the water just like sort of splashes up the side of your shoe and you think, oh well, my feet are dry right now, but in about 30 seconds this is going to soak through my shoe and then it's going to soak into my sock and my sock is going to remain wet for at least like an hour. So I'm not going to take off my shoe and dry off my sock, so the wetness is going to remain in my sock for this amount of time and there's nothing really I can do about it. I'm just going to have like a wet foot for like the next hour and it's going to be rough. So that's why I don't like puddles. He doesn't get much water. Puddles are all I got. That's fair. My friend lost his shoe in a river a few weeks ago, then went back yesterday and found it. That's pretty busted. My sister dropped her phone in the Yarra once. Sounds kind of hydrophobic. Look, I like gay people. Do waterfalls count as a body of water? Oh, waterfalls are busted. Waterfalls are a very cool body of water. Yeah, it's difficult to say whether that would be a river just going down or like a whole another category. But if it is another category, waterfalls, they win. They definitely win. Ah, the Yarra. Yeah, honestly, you wouldn't want to go into the Yarra to fish anything out. For fear of getting some kind of disease, but... No. Man, my puddle rant just feels so much more important and powerful. Hell yeah. It's like having like a movie soundtrack behind you. This is the speech I make before we go into war. You can get ligma just from looking at the Yarra. That's so true. That is so unbelievably true. I could try the shake to win. I've just never done it before. So I don't know if it's advisable. I like how much water there is around where I live. I went to freaking New Zealand, and oh my god, there was a river there, and there was more water than I've seen in my entire life. It was like going full pelt, and it was wider than any river I've ever seen. It was crazy. It was huge. It was so much water. It was so much water. How did they get that much water? Why can't they share? Why can't they share? Alright, one more try. Last one. Canada literally holds like 80% of the world's fresh water. Why can't they share? Fucking greedy. I went to the Lake District and the lake was very big, also much water. The crazy thing about rivers is that they can be like as big as a lake in terms of surface area, but like every minute it's a whole new bunch of water. So it's like so much more water. We do. Yeah, Canada share. They're so greedy. I'm pissed. I'm taking this to Canada. I'm gonna literally write a letter to Justin Trudeau and say, hello, Mr. Justin. It's nice to talk to you. Not a big fan, but you do okay, I guess. You're better than like most of them. Anyway, I heard that you have a lot of water. Mine? Sincerely, Rachel. Sorry, no. Sincerely, Little Clutcher. In brackets, Rachel. I'm heading to bed. Thanks for the fun stream. See you later, Albon. Thanks for hanging out.